Hi again everyone, Scott here. In this video I'm going to be showing you and explaining a little bit more about services and how to both monitor and manage your services on your computer. To do that, Microsoft has provided a built-in tool to help with that. So you go to your Start menu button and just want to search here for Service, and it'll actually pop up at the top right there. You can also do service.msc. We'll just go with this and launch right into it. And so what this does is it shows us any services that the operating system recognizes. So either they're installed and used, or they may not even be used at all. They've just been installed, so Windows recognizes that they're available. And the reason that this tool is so helpful is because it gives us the different startup types, so we can kind of control how that service starts. You'll see that a lot of them start automatically, and that means that these start up when the operating system starts, which slows the operating system down because your computer is trying to start everything all at once. So the fewer of these you have, the faster your system will actually start. You'll be able to log into your operating system and get started with whatever you're trying to do. This automatic delayed start allows the operating system to boot up fully first, and then once it's completely booted up, then these services start. So these start a little bit slower. Any applications that depend on them might start a little bit slower, but you'll get into your operating system faster. So there's two of your options, automatic and delayed, and your other two options are disabled and manual. So disabling a service prevents that service from starting at all. So any software that relies on that service, that software won't be able to start either. So this is good for completely, shutting down something that you don't want running on your computer, but that you don't want necessarily to uninstall yet. Something you might want, but you just don't want to deal with it right now, or you just don't want to use it right now, and you don't think you're going to use it for a while. Disabling it is an alternative to removing it from the computer and having to reinstall it later. And then our fourth type, the manual here, I have a really good example, if I can find it. There it is, my iPod service. So I do plug my iPod in pretty frequently, but most of the time when I plug it in, I just want to charge the iPod. I don't actually want to sync it to iTunes. So I came in and I changed the startup type for that service to manual. And to adjust those, you just right-click on that service and go to its properties. And you can change your startup types right here. So setting that to manual prevents things like iTunes and stuff that depend on this service. It prevents that software from starting just because I plug my iPod in. So I can get my iPod charged and I don't have to worry about closing 3 or 4 different windows for the applications that start with it. And then anytime I want, I can come over to my services and start it, and then I can plug my iPod into sync whenever I want. And since I've only made that change in the task manager, it's only temporary, so the next time I restart my computer, it'll still be set to manual, which means it won't start up unless I want it to, and I come in here and manually start it. And that covers most of the basics for this, the 4 startup types. And the more things you can get away from automatic and get it to delayed start or even manual, the faster your system will boot up. But you do want to be a little bit careful with some of these. The delayed start wouldn't be bad, but setting them to manual can have some unexpected consequences, basically. So definitely, if you're going to change something, make the change, restart your computer, and see if it has any detrimental effects or anything like that. Other than that, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them for me below, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.